Like, why am I as white as my walls? Girlfriend needs a tan. Hi everyone, so I am back today with another video, of course. As you can probably tell by the title, today's video is going to be a favorites video. It has been so long since I have done like a monthly favorites video. I don't even really remember when the last time I did one was. But it has been quite some time, and I decided, you know, I kind of wanted to do a little bit of a different video instead of a review or a makeup video. So why not do some March favorites? I honestly haven't really tried too much makeup in the month of March. If anything, it was just like rekindling with old loves. But there were a few things that I had tried and I kind of want to share with everyone. So yeah, if you want to see what I was loving in the month of March, then just keep on watching. Alright, so I feel like this video might be a little bit all over the place, but let's be real. When is any video where I'm talking not all over the place? Alright, so first favorite I want to talk about is not anything to do with makeup. It is not a product. It is my hair. March 9th, I believe it was, I went and decided I was going to cut my hair off. I had been thinking about cutting my hair for quite some time, but I had just been like really scared to go ahead and do it. And I didn't even know who I wanted to cut my hair. I just knew that I did not want to go to like the mall and go to a store in the mall because I didn't feel comfortable doing that. Like I just didn't trust anybody, even though I know everyone that works at a salon has gone to school for hair so that they can cut your hair, but I have had some bad experiences in the past of stylists not doing what I want. So I was really hesitant to go and get my hair cut, but I finally did it and I am so incredibly glad that I did. My hair was very long, as you guys have probably seen in past videos. My hair was extremely long. When we cut my hair, we took 16 inches of hair off. 16. That was my longest point of hair. 16 inches was taken off. Holy moly. But honestly, like, I don't regret it at all. I had been wanting to cut my hair for a little bit. I'd seen people on social media getting their hair cut, and I've always kind of liked the angled bob look, like the longer one. That is what my hair is. As you can kind of see, there is like the angle to it. When it's curly, you don't see it as much, but when it's straight, you definitely do see it. My stylist was having a blast. She was so excited because my hair was so long. It was a drastic change. I feel a lot more grown up and honestly very sophisticated with my hair like this, and there is quite a bit that I can do with it. I am totally loving it. So in case any of you ladies out there have been thinking about cutting your hair and you're nervous, just go ahead and do it. Hair grows back. You can get extensions if you're gonna miss your lovely locks, but hair grows back, and that's what it comes down to. Hair grows back. So if you're in the Niagara region and you're looking for a great stylist, go to Shapes in Port Colborne and see Becca. She is honestly amazing. She's who did my hair. I've gone to her previously when my hair was long and I just wanted a little bit of a trim. And she did exactly what I wanted. She just gave me a little bit of a trim. She didn't try to force me into cutting my hair shorter. And I think that's honestly what you need in a stylist, is someone who's gonna listen to you and not force you into doing, you know, things you don't want to do. So if you're looking for a stylist and you're in the Niagara region, check out Becca at Shape Salon in Port Colborne. Alright, moving right along. These two products I have already made a review video on, but I was loving them for the month of March. And those two products are these Pore face washes. We have the baking soda pore cleanser and the baking soda cleansing scrub. I've made a whole review video on this, so I'm not going to get into too much detail on the products. Obviously, if you want to, you know, kind of hear more about the products, just go ahead and watch the video. I don't know. I was sent these, you know, to try out for free and kind of review it and see how I like, and I do really like them, to the point where I do think that I will, you know, repurchase it once I run out of these. The cleanser is really nice, and I have been using the scrub a little bit more. I don't know, I just feel like it's been a little bit necessary the past little bit to use this scrub, but it is so gentle when I'm using it, that it's not like, you know, when you exfoliate your skin sometimes and it's just really, really rough and you're like, ugh, like I do not want to do this. It's not like that with this. It's very, very gentle, so I don't mind using it, and I've been using it more because of that fact. So this is totally random, but it is the Kirkland Daily Facial Towelettes. You can get these at Costco and they come in a giant box. I think it was like $16 or $18 for 4 big packs and 2 smaller travel size packs. You get 30 in the bigger ones, and I'm off the top of my head not too sure what you get in the smaller ones. But these are actually really, really nice. They are really, really wet, which I love in a makeup wipe. If I'm gonna take a makeup wipe out, I want that sucker to be drenched. These ones are, they're very, very wet, and they are not oily on my skin. There are some makeup wipes I've tried that are like incredibly oily to the point where it does not feel good on your skin at all, and it feels really, really greasy. These ones do not feel oily, they don't feel greasy at all, and I think they claim to not be, I don't know. It just claims that it's good for all skin types. They're hypoallergenic. It's a mild, ultra mild formula, gentle enough to use around the eyes, and effectively removes eye makeup with a single towelette. I'm glad it's gentle enough to use around the eyes because that's what I've been using it on, and I didn't take a look first, so. Moving along, we're gonna jump into foundation. Now, I haven't really tried any new foundations in the month of March except for one, and that is the CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous foundation. This foundation isn't necessarily new to the drugstore. In fact, I think it's been out for a little bit, but I hadn't tried it. I honestly didn't even have the desire or urge to try it. It wasn't until one of my good friends was doing her makeup and I was at her house and she's like, dude, have you tried this foundation? And I said, no, like I know it's been out for a bit, but I've never tried it, which is shocking because normally any new foundations come out, I am the first one to kind of jump on it and try it, but I hadn't tried this. So I tried her foundation and I was like, holy moly, it was actually really, really good. So then of course I had to go out and pick this up for myself. The coverage that you get with this foundation is actually really decent. It can be built up. What I love about it is when I put it on, it doesn't really feel like there's foundation on my skin, even when I build it up. And I don't get incredibly oily with this foundation, which is great. I will say though, when I first tried this foundation out, I did break out a little bit. And I was like, crap, because I loved it so much and I started breaking out and I was really, really disappointed about it. But I kind of just let my skin adjust to the foundation a little bit. I still continued to wear it, just not as frequently. And my skin did adjust, and now when I wear it, I don't have any issues with breakouts. Now we're moving on to another foundation. This isn't new. I have a video on this as well, but it is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I did repurchase it because I ran out of my first one. I just really, really like this foundation. It's just great. If you want more of my thoughts and opinions on it, just go ahead and watch the review video because there's just something about this foundation that I really like. I can use just a light coverage and it still looks great. I can build it up on my problem areas and it still looks great. The only downfall with the foundation is the price. I wish it wasn't so expensive because it works really, really well on me. Like I can build it up. I don't get too oily with the foundation. So next I'm going to give a shout out to this blending sponge. This is the Real Technique sponge and I love these sponges. I don't know if it's just the shape of it or if there's some random formulation to this that makes it awesome. I'm not too sure, but I do like these sponges. They're not super, super dense, and when you run them under the water, they get nice and squishy. And I really, really like how this is shaped, which is perfect for me to get right underneath my eye area, which is what I pretty much use this for. I know a lot of people will use this to apply the foundation all over the face, but I tend to apply the foundation with this side for some reason. I don't know. I just prefer this under the eyes, but it is relatively inexpensive. Like you can get it at Walmart. It's not going to break the bank. But I mean, for the price, you can't really go wrong. And when I got the 2-pack, I think it was like $12 or something for 2 of these. So it's really, really not that bad. And 9 times out of 10, I prefer to apply my foundation with a sponge over a brush anyways. So this just works out. So this product was a new product that I had bought in the month of March. and you're gonna have to excuse the fact that the case is all messy. But it is the NYX Highlight and Contour Palette. Shoppers Drug Mart here in Canada finally started to carry NYX. We had NYX when Target was here for a bit, but then Target left and NYX left with it, and my heart was broken. So I got the NYX Contour and Highlight Palette. There are some really nice shades in here. They have like a banana shade, they have a really frosty white, and this shade here I like to use to carve out underneath my contour. But these are actually really nice for the price. They're pretty pigmented, like the pigmentation isn't too bad, and they blend out really nicely. There's just something about it that I really like. It does seem a little bit more expensive at Shoppers Drug Mart. It is going for $29.99, so it is $30 for this palette, which is a little bit expensive for the drugstore. In a way, it's worth it because on the back here, it tells you all of the shades that are in the palette. But these pop out. If you run out of a certain shade, you can just check the name on the back, go to the store, repurchase it for probably about the $6 or $7 that these are individually, and put them back in your palette. So yeah, you're paying $30, but if you run out of a shade, you don't have to go and buy the palette over again. You can just go to the store, find the individual shade, and stick it into the palette. If you didn't like a shade or something and you find a shade at the drugstore that you preferred, you can just pop it in here and then you can make your own custom palette. Moving along and staying with the face powders, you guys have seen me talk about this before, but this is the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector Pressed Powder, and this is in the color Moonstone. I picked this up in Toronto a while back when my boyfriend and I did a little road trip, and I don't know, I've always been interested in the Becca powders. I had seen people using them and saw how gorgeous they looked, so of course I knew that I had to pick it up. I have used this pretty much daily since I got it, except for when I got the NYX palette. I kind of dabbled with the highlight color in there, but since I have had this, it's been what I've been using. It is gorgeous. Next, I'm going to give a shout out to an eyeshadow palette. It is not a new palette to my collection. I've had it for quite some time and you guys have seen me use it, but it is the Stefani Urban Decay palette. There is just something about this palette that I love. So these are what the colors look like inside, as you guys have probably seen this before on my channel. I have kind of dabbled into a little bit of everything, but this palette has it all. You have neutrals, you have really pretty shimmery colors, you have like a pop of burgundy, which is the color right there. Since I have got it, I have been constantly dabbling in this. So if you've been wanting to try it but you really can't stomach like paying the money for it, because I think it's about $80, you should try it because there is so much that you can do with it. Alright, so this is the last product, and it is a product that I picked up recently. It is the NYX Liquid Suede lipstick in the color Vintage. I am wearing it on my lips right now, and it is actually really nice. It has a little applicator like that. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it is really smooth and very creamy. Like, it feels really velvety on your hand when you swatch it, and when you put it on your lips. The only thing that I don't really like about this lipstick is the applicator. The wand is just a little bit too big, and I find that it can be very messy when you go to apply this. It is really liquidy when you apply it, but then it does dry to a nice matte color, and it's not drying on the lips. Like, it is very comfortable. I only have this color. I'm gonna have to go and pick up some more because I do like the formulation and I just want to try more of them out. So I think that is it. This was probably one of the most boring favorites videos I've ever done, but I wanted to, you know, just do a different type of video, and I've kind of missed just sitting down and talking to the camera. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. That way you will know when some new videos are out. So again, thank you so much for stopping by and watching my video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.